Good afternoon, colleagues.
Good afternoon, Ms. Nkuna.
Hello,
How are you guys?
we're good.
I'm also good. Thank you for making time to be here. We will start at 3 o'clock. Let's give others a chance to join us. Okay, colleagues, it's 3 o'clock. I think we can start now. Others will join us as we move along. Thank you everyone for joining this meeting. Today is just an introduction of many discussion classes to come. So basically today it's meet and greet, if I may put it like that. And if you have any questions, you're most welcome to ask. And also note that I will be recording, or I'm already recording this session, and all other sessions will be recorded, which will be made available to you guys. The recording does not necessarily mean that you do not attend these discussion classes and follow the recordings only. Please, it is important that you attend the discussions so you can ask questions during the discussions. And yes, we are also joined by Ms. Ramwell, our convincing lecturer. And thank you everyone once again for joining us. If you have anything to ask, you can ask now before we continue. And you're also most welcome to leave a question or a comment on the chat box. And sometimes during the lecture, I might not be able to see or read the chat box messages. So I will probably attend to them after the class, but preferably just raise your hand. You ask the question, we answer it immediately. Any questions, colleagues? Yes, Ronewa. Okay. So, Tebuho. Hello, Tebuho. Okay. So, going forward, I maybe would like to find out from you guys, is 3 o'clock in the afternoon suitable, or can we move it for earlier in the day? What do you think?
Hi, sorry, if I may, I think 3 is fine, if not 4, definitely not earlier for some of us that are working.
Okay, Tepiso?
I was basically just going to say the same thing.
Okay. And then Ronewa?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
What I wanted to add is that 3 is fine provided that we have a recording so that if some of us miss it, we can catch it up later.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And then Mimi, and then no Temba.
Okay, I was also agreeing with 3 o'clock.
Okay. And then no Temba, it's your turn.
3 o'clock is supported.
Okay. So we agree on 3 o'clock. And then we may not necessarily have our class on Wednesday. I will definitely let you know when is the next class. And yes. So, okay, I see Mimi and Ronewa, your hands are still up. Do you want to say something, or it's a historical hand?
Can I go?
Yeah.
Yes. Adding on that, I wanted to find out if the whole class will be recorded, because I think I've asked that and then you didn't manage to answer me if the class will be recorded. For some of us that are working, that could catch it later on if we miss the 3 o'clock slot.
Yes, it will be recorded.
Okay, not a problem. Thank you.
It will be recorded, yes.
Okay.
But today's one, even if I don't make it available, no one would have missed anything important.
Okay, not a
But
problem.
next week, we will have the classes once a week. And from next week, definitely the recordings will be made available to everyone.
Okay, thank you very much for your input.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Anyone with a question or to add something? Okay. So one other thing I want to find out from you guys, this is not going to be a formal lecture where I come with slides and we, for an example, go through the whole study unit of servitude, right? We will go through servitude and all study units, but we'll focus on problematic sections. So you have to guide me. I will not come here and start from A to Z lecturing. That is not going to be possible. So before the next class, you need to, I will indicate in the next scheduling, which I'll send to you, which study unit will be looking at. Please, you need to prepare before class so that you are able to follow and you are able to ask questions. I hope that is okay with everyone. There is a I don't know if it's a historical hand, and I'm not sure whose hand is that. Can you please ask your question or make your comment?
So sorry, it's me again.
Yes.
I just wanted to know for the updates on when the classes will be, it means we need to keep on checking. You will post it like you did this one.
Yes.
Okay.
In any case, it is very important for you guys to keep checking your my UNISA, the announcements, the discussion forum, all the announcements that are coming from UNISA. It's very important to check them because very important information is sent to you via those platforms.
Thanks.
Yes. And also another thing, we are concentrating on notarial practice only. Nothing about administration, nothing about you not being able to submit the assignment for whatever reason. That please send me an email. I will attend to that privately. All right.
All right, ma'am. I just wanted to find out how long the classes are going to be.
How long the class is?
Yes, the duration of the class.
Well, I'll schedule it for 30 minutes to an hour. It depends how the discussion goes. If you are participating during the discussions, then we can stretch it to 1 hour, 30 minutes, not more than that.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other comment, question? So basically today was just a dry run to be sure that everyone is able to join and the ICT does not disappoint us next week when we start. There is somebody's hand up. Can you please go ahead?
I just wanted to find out if whether for the work that we're going to be doing next week, do we have to now tell you where we're struggling, or are you just going to choose where you see most previous students have been struggling with?
Okay, I will tell you that we are going to deal with study unit 2, notarial bonds. So you and I expect you to go and read that whole study unit. And then you must identify the problem areas, the areas that you are struggling with. And then you come with questions and then we assist you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. And then it will be like that with the other study units. Any other questions? Okay. Yes, Ms. Ramwell.
Sorry, it's taking me a while to unmute my mic. I just thought that perhaps it might be good to tell the students where we intend saving the recording for them to access, which is basically at this stage going to be on a YouTube channel, which apparently uses the least data. I don't know if that will change at some later stage. Yeah, I just thought we should mention that. Thanks, I'm done.
Thank you for that. So yes, the recording will be made available via YouTube, and if any changes happens, I will definitely let you know. Any other questions or comments? Yes, colleagues, how did you find the assignment? Assignment 1? So I take it you all got it right. Though I had a couple of students who were confused as to which assignment they must complete, whether it's assignment 1, semester 1, or assignment 1, semester 2. That was already communicated to you via tutorial letters that you must complete assignment 1, semester 1. So that's why I said earlier that it's very important that you read all communications that is sent to you from us, so you know what is happening and what is expected from you. Okay, there's another hand.
If I may,
Yes.
lecturer, how I found the assignment is that I struggled to actually get work, not work, like to get the research work. And I consulted quite a number of other textbooks as well. So yeah, I must say I struggled to get information, even though if it was out of 10, but to put meat on it for me was a bit of a struggle.
All right. Okay, let me quickly get that assignment. Okay. Okay, can you see the assignment 1 on your screen?
No, I can't see it.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
No.
The screen is blank on my side.
Okay, let's give it some time. Maybe it's still coming. Okay, let's try again. And now, can you see something?
Yes.
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 Oh,
Yes.
Yes, I can see something.
okay. So this is the assignment you were supposed to do for assignment 1. So the question reads as B receives a large check as payment from one of his clients, but the bank dishonors it. To get a liquid claim immediately, B instructs X, his notary, to assist him with the necessary legal processes. Explain to B what the legal process are that his notary has to follow to secure the liquid claim. Explain to B what the process mean and their importance. So what did you write? Before I give a direction, what did you think? Or which direction did you take? Anybody try?
Can I try it?
Yes.
Okay, I think the approach which I took there was actually to sort of like mention the roles of a notary, which would be noting and also the notice of dishonor and also the protest. So those are the like main guidelines which I worked on.
Anybody else? I'm not saying you are not correct. Anybody else to try?
I also did the purpose of notarial noting and protesting, a dishonored, a notice of dishonor. Like that's the route that I took.
Okay, colleagues. Yes, you are
I took
correct.
the same,
Mhm.
okay. I took the same route
Mm.
and just included a few cases that I researched and found, to be relevant. But basically, it's the same route that I took as well.
Yes. Okay, so yes, basically that's what the question was asking you. If a check is dishonored, you're going to engage the services of a notary who's going to protest the check and note the dishonor. All right. And the second part of the question was what those processes means and their importance, which is everything is in the study guide, right? So the importance is that it produces, okay, let's go to that part of the guide. Just a second. Okay, presenting.
It's already started. Forgive it. Mensen nou winkel inloop as jy betaal was. Oeg, girl. So jy wil vir 5,000 so lank stuur.
Can you please mute your mic?
That's
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can.
We can
okay.
hear you
Somebody has
now.
told me there. Yes. Okay. Can you see the what do you see on your screen? It should be paragraph 7.8.3 protest.
Correct.
Yes, that's what we see.
Okay. So there is your answer. That's what protest means. And then you also had to say something about noting, which is on 7.8.2. And the importance of these two processes, it's on 7.8.1. It's to create authentic evidence that a negotiable instrument was duly presented and that it was dishonored after presentment. So that's what the question was expecting from you guys.
Sorry, ma'am. Can I
Yes.
ask?
Yes.
Okay. So, what during my research for this assignment, what I do notice though is that the process of noting it's no longer, it has been amended, or it's no longer a prerequisite, or in the event that one fails to note or to protest, that is not fatal to the case. But however, I actually do find that the notice of dishonor, which seems to be a different procedure altogether, and it's provided for under section 46, that one is fatal to the check holder in terms of whether they would be able to claim. So that is the comment I just wanted to find out whether that would be correct to say.
So you are saying that a notice of dishonor you cannot dispense with, or what are you saying? I'm not getting your comment.
Yes. Yes, that is definitely what I'm saying. I'm saying noting in the previous act, I think that was in the from way back from your 1950s acts, that was mandatory that one has to do noting. But now in the subsequent amendment, they are now saying, or I'm not sure, you may direct me, but it appears to me that they are saying even in the event that one fails to do the noting, it should.
Okay, are you still there?
I'm still here, ma'am. Sorry, there was quite a lot of noise coming through. I couldn't even. Okay.
Yes,
so
you can go ahead.
Okay, so I was saying that it appears as if these three processes are different: the noting and the protesting and the notice of dishonor. But if I look at the notice of dishonor, that still remains. It cannot be dispensed with. But the noting, it may be dispensed with, and even the protest, it may be dispensed with. It's not mandatory. I don't know if that is correct to say.
Both process, then the notice of dishonor and the noting, it's not compulsory. All right. There in paragraph 7.7.2, it does discusses the dispensing with the notice of dishonor. All right. So with regard to the notice, protesting and noting, it's only if you want to take your drawer to court to claim for whatever loss that you have suffered or damages. All right. And still, it's not compulsory. Remember, you as the notary, you are an officer of the court and you are held in high regard, in high esteem. So whatever you, the notary, says, the court will take on face value. So that's why at the bottom there, it tells you that for the purpose of noting is to create authentic evidence that your negotiable instrument was duly presented. All right. And when you present this evidence, it's a prima facie evidence which cannot be challenged at your preliminary trial proceedings. So that's the purpose of it. You can go to court without involving the services of a notary to note and protest your what you call your dishonored bill or negotiable instrument. I hope that answers your question.
That is correct, ma'am. It does answer. Thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Nkuna, can I just come in there quickly? I just want to add that,
Yes.
of course, the point is also if you have the formal notarial noting, it enables you at the trial to get summary judgment. In other words, because it's a liquid claim, you get summary judgment and you have certain procedures available to you that cut the trial much shorter, not just as evidence, but it also allows you to take further action if there's no defense. Whereas if you didn't have the notarial noting, you would have to actually lead evidence before you could get, for instance, a provisional judgment or summary judgment. Okay, my little 5 cents worth here. Thanks.
Thank you. Yes, do we have any other comment or questions?
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Mary Ann. what I wanted to find out with regards to the assignment, how many pages was it supposed to be? Like, let's say how long? Because with me, I realized I only had about 2 pages.
And what? Okay, first thing
because I did like mention what a check is because it's a bill and all that, and then I also talked about the sections, what's in the act, then also the giving notice, and also giving explanation on the noting and the protesting as well.
Okay. So basically, first the mark allocation should guide you as to the length of the answer, and you might have half a page or 1 paragraph answer, and you still get your full 10 marks, right? And you might find someone having written 5 pages and get 0. Most importantly is the content. Did you answer the question? Like in your case, you first went on to define what a negotiable instrument or a check. You won't get a mark for that because that's not what the question is asking. Is it? Yes.
Okay, because the reason why I had to start from the explanation is because when I was looking at the study guide, and then when I realized, okay, check a bill, you understand? Yes. And then from there, then I started going through the sections as well to say, let me just try and open up my assignment because now probably it means I might have to go back. Just hold on for me. Sorry, I'm also at work.
Okay,
so
not a
it's
problem.
a bit tricky. Yeah.
So while you open the assignment, I'll just add that I think during your preparation for the your answer, yes, it might be helpful for you to start there defining what's your negotiable instrument or a check and going through the requirement and all that. But eventually you have to arrive at the answer. And when you do finally write the answer, you must give exactly what the question answers you and leave all other stuff out.
Okay.
It wastes your time, it wastes my time. And also in the exam, if let's say you are given this kind of a question and then you give a definition of what's an negotiable instrument, you will not get any marks for that because that's not what the question asks.
Okay. Okay, so what I did was that's the route that I took. Then I also looked at sections 41.2 and 49.1AA. So that's where I went. And then I also looked at section 47.
Okay, I'm just...
And then 49.6. Sorry, I'm just going through just the sections and then...
Oh, okay. So, not to necessarily give away your answer to the whole group, it's fine. We'll deal with your answer when we assess your assignment. Let me put it like that.
Okay.
Yeah. In any way, if it's wrong, you cannot correct it now. Submission is closed. But I'm not saying you were wrong. I'm just mentioning that.
No, I'm not saying my yes, because I also did give the, what do you call it? Like, okay, a notice has got to be given. Then I also looked at protesting and noting. You see, so it's all there in my answer. Okay. It's just that also like what someone was saying earlier, it's just that, you're looking at something and then you'll be thinking, oh, I don't have content here. Where should I look and stuff like that? Because the question for me, it was a bit tricky.
So, like the way you've given your answer, you will not be penalized. It's just that you will not be given marks for anything else but the focus on protest and noting.
Yes, it's all there in my answer as well. All right. No, it's okay. Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome. Do you have any other?
Yes.
Yes.
Last question from me. Sorry. So were we expected to put in case law? If so, and if it's not too much to ask, what case law were you looking for? Are you able to maybe give us a
Well,
bit
there
on
is no prescribed cases for this part of the work, but if you've gone and researched and found case law on this topic and you've given it and given authority, you will not be penalized for it.
Okay, so there wasn't any prescribed ones. All right.
No, there is no prescribed case law for this part of the work. Yes, TM, your hand is up.
Was the case law a must, or was it just to add on to what you have?
Like I've said already, there is no prescribed case law for this part of the work. So it was not a must. If you've gone outside the study guide and researched more about the topic and came across case law and you put that in your answer, you will not be penalized, and you did not do wrong. You did well going the extra mile researching your work.
Does
So
it
it was
give
not
you
a must
marks?
that you
Marks, I
add
mean.
case law.
Does that now give you marks if you edit cases? Do you get like extra marks?
Well, the marks that will be given or awarded to you, it's 10 marks, nothing more than that.
What I'm trying to ask is, within those 10 marks, are there certain marks specially allocated for case law that you have included?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But if you have case law and you've given authority your case citation, and I can go back and read the case and be sure that the case that you've given truly it it justifies your argument to the answer. It's a discretion of the marker. So you will get marks, but your total mark allocation will not be more than 10.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have only one last question, maybe, before we wrap up for the day? Okay. Thank you, colleagues. That's it from me for today. We will meet again next week. I will schedule another meeting with all the necessary details there, and hopefully more colleagues will join us. And then, yeah, I think there's a hand. Can we talk to?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, yes. Mine is more of a technical question. I was wondering if UNISA is gonna sign like an agreement with Microsoft Teams, because I'm wondering how everybody else is signed into this meeting, because I'm signed in actually with my son's account from his own school. So, because I was struggling to like log in as a guest. So I was wondering, is UNISA making provision for that, or how is it that we're supposed to access these classes?
Oh, wow. That's a difficult one for me, and unfortunately, I cannot answer it. I don't know how UNISA is dealing with all these technical issues.
Can I
Also,
attempt
because
to answer that
how
for
are
that
we
person?
I'm sorry?
Can I attempt to answer the question for you?
Okay, thank you.
You sign in using your My Life email, the My Life email. You use that, you register under a school, and then that's how you access the Teams meetings. Yes.
Okay, so I have to do it from my side.
Yes, you do it from
Basically,
your
okay.
side using your My Life email account.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, pleasure.
Actually, to also add on that, you actually have access to all the Office 365, your Word, your Excel, everything using your My UNISA email address.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
And also another thing, ma'am, Ms. Kuna, that I wanted to find out.
Yes.
Let's say some of us who are at work, and then we know that there's a class coming up. Can we send you an email with our questions so that you can address them if we cannot make it for the for the discussion.
Yeah, you can do that, but then you have to send it before class so I can access the emails before, because during class I won't be able to access my emails.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
You can also post your questions on the discussion forum.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
No, we'll
also,
do that.
if you are able to just log in, you can actually leave your comment there, and then I'll answer it late after class, and you can get your response after, whenever you are able to access the recording.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah. So can I just add to the discussion now about the technical issues? Just remember, whenever you send an email to me, use anything else but your My Life email address. That's very important. Use your My Life email address if you want to talk to me or any of your lecturers. Okay, colleagues, thank you very much. I will schedule our next meeting soon, and you will have all the details thereon. Thank you for your participation. Hopefully, next week when we actually deal with the content, the participation that I got today will be even more. Yes, the engagement. Thank you and goodbye.
Sorry, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay.
Yes, you can go ahead.
No, I just wanted to perhaps discuss after school, like just not to actually waste other people's time. Can we? I just wanted to discuss with you afterwards.
Well, if it's something that will benefit everyone, let's talk now.
Okay. I just wanted to find out from the act. I think it's also related to the assignment. I'm not sure if you do have the act somewhere there. I just wanted you to check it, section 46 of the Bill of Exchange Act.
I don't have the act with me here, but let's see, maybe I will be able to get something here.
Is that about the notice of dishonor? Note.
That is correct.
Yeah, I was also wondering if we could include it into the assignment, but then I figured it's part of the preliminary trial, so I don't think it would fit in at court. I think we're talking more in court process terms regarding the assignment. So noting and protesting would be adequate. Am I correct?
Oh, you said? Sorry about that. Can you please repeat what you've just mentioned?
Oh, I mentioned that notice of dishonor in section 46 might be relevant since we're talking more court process in the assignment. Would I be correct not to include the notice of dishonor in my assignment?
I found section 46. Shall I quickly just read it so everybody can hear?
Yes, please.
Okay. It says there, section 46, subject to provisions of this act, if a bill has been dishonored by non-acceptance or by non-payment, notice of dishonor must be given to the drawer and each endorser, and any drawer or endorser to whom such notice is not given is discharged, provided that A, if a bill is dishonored by non-acceptance and notice of dishonor is not given, the right of a holder in due course, who became such a holder subsequent to the admission, shall not be prejudiced by the omission. And then B, if a bill is dishonored by non-acceptance and due notice of dishonor is given, it shall not be necessary to give notice of subsequent dishonor by non-payment unless the bill has been accepted in the meantime.
Okay.
Okay, so all kind of quite convoluted here.
Okay.
Jabulile, you want to say something?
Oh, sorry, ma'am, I'm late. Sorry. No, thank you.
Okay, can you just maybe switch off your video? Switch off your camera.
Okay.
The message you recorded is too short. Please record again after the tone.
So, yes, thank you, Ms. Ramuel, for that. I think, okay. So I think, well, the question was about the protest and noting. And from what has been read to us, I think in section 46A, if you are a holder in due course, which I suppose you know what that is, that should not prejudice you, right? If you do not if you do not follow the process of protest and noting, right? And also going back to what Ms. Ramuel said earlier, that the benefit of the protest and noting, remember, it allows you to, you can apply for your summary judgment instead of going through the whole long court processes, right? So, and then section 46B, that was a long one, like you said, it's convoluted. I can't even remember what it said to elaborate on that. But can I maybe suggest that next week when we meet, then we start with that section 46. Let's unpack it, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that will be fine with me. Yeah, because then it would just appear as if the notice of dishonor is a separate process, and it is peremptory in terms of the provisions of section 46. But then that doesn't require the services of a notary. The services of a notary was provided for in the previous act, which was the 1977 Act, where noting was provided for, that it is peremptory for a notary to do noting. But when you go to the protest, again, it's sort of like it's discretionary. You can actually choose to do it or not to do it. So
Okay.
I would say I would agree with one colleague who said that the assignment was a bit tricky. There wasn't much to write on, especially on noting and protest, because then these processes appear to me as if they are not they are not peremptory. So, but now what is peremptory is the notice of dishonor, of which the notice of dishonor can also be done without a notary. So
yes,
that, yeah, that is just my submission.
Okay, but then can I maybe just add there that remember you have your check, right? I draw a check in your favor and give it to you. You take it to your bank or wherever, and the check is dishonored. It's rejected. It cannot be paid out. You have to come back to me, the drawer of the check, and tell me that the check you gave to me was dishonored. What happened or what's happening? All right. So anyway, let's leave it there. Let's continue this discussion next week.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am.
colleagues. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, there's a hand before we
Thank you,
go.
Ms. Nkuna.
Yes.
Sorry, ma'am. I don't know if I heard correctly, but I heard that there'll be a YouTube channel that's where you're gonna upload everything. So I just want to know what the name of the channel is.
I will let you know in the meantime.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, colleagues. Bye.
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 Bye.